I don't know how to say this, but for once in my life, I'm actually not recording a video on Friday. You probably know what this video is gonna be about, judging by whatever the heck I make the title. I will still be making a video on Friday, so if you're not too interested in the topic, don't worry, this isn't the weekly content. But I do need to pump this out because this is kind of getting important. First of all, the point of all, many MonsterVerse fans are saying that thermonuclear Godzilla, who was seen inside of 2019, is named Burning Godzilla. And there is a massive difference between the two that I will tell you that hopefully can convince you MonsterVerse fans that the only Burning Godzilla was inside of Godzilla vs. Troy, and one is thermo. First point, Burning Godzilla consumed a lot much more radiation inside of the Heisei era than MonsterVerse. MonsterVerse took one big bomb. Granted, its effects were seen from the bottom of the ocean to the surface, but Heisei got way more radiation, almost to the point where it's not even funny. So that's the first point. The second point is MonsterVerse Mothra. I'm guessing everyone here knows that Mothra died over Godzilla, and that's supposedly how he became nuclear. First of all, not true. We clearly see the dude in the movie say that he would have gone thermonuclear either way. Mothra just gave him a way to, use that radiation. Yeah. Well, Burning did not have anyone like Mothra. He only had, Gojira Jr. And because he had so much more radiation, he, started melting because he couldn't, do it use it for anything. Even his, OP Mega Cool Pulse wasn't, wasn't early enough to ventilate the radiation. So he was destined to die from the start, since, Mothra hates him. And, Rodan died. So you can kind of see where that point comes from. And, yeah. Heisei... No. MonsterVerse didn't die. MonsterVerse, since he got to ventilate the radiation, which made it easier for him to use. That is the main reason, the main difference. And also, yeah, that's kind of what it's all about. I thought this information was more well known, so I'm telling you guys information that has already been talked about several times before, because people are being called, people are being judged whether they call it thermo or burning, and its name is literally thermo. Now, if you call Burning Godzilla in Godzilla vs. Troy Thermo Godzilla, you are crazy. I'm just gonna say that now. If you do that, you are crazy. Ow. But to say that people, to start like being rude to people because they're calling it because they're calling it Thermo Godzilla, and its real name is Thermo Godzilla, is just outright bad and annoying. You're also making the Godzilla community look a lot worse than it already is, which, actually, never mind. You can't make the Monsterverse community look worse than it already is. There is, I don't love the Monsterverse, I'm gonna be honest. Mainly because, the Monsterverse movies are actually pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, the Monsterverse movies, like, I'm 100% gonna see the new one. It's wacky and funny. But the fan base is so demented and overwhelmingly, like every single Monsterverse fan either respects all eras and is actually a cool person, or is a 5-year-old child who thinks, wah, Godzilla cool, Godzilla beat all. And it gets even worse when you consider that Monsterverse Godzilla isn't even, like, that strong of a Godzilla compared to, well, the Japanese ones are kind of god, I guess. But you know what I mean, like, Heisei Godzilla, inside of his normal state, is already enough to beat Thermo a billion times over. And Showa Godzilla is kind of the same. Millennium Godzilla is the strongest kaiju inside of, well, he's one of the strongest kaiju. The strongest kaiju is, Kiryu. Like, call him Kiryu. Kiryu is the strongest kaiju, and Millennium, like, really put up a fight against Kiryu, and also survived the black hole. So, no. Monsterverse doesn't compare to that. Well, Monsterverse is also a lot stronger than, TriStar, which, is also American, and is actually a pretty cool movie. The series is kind of cool, I guess, but the movie, I don't care how bad the movie, oh my god, these guys. The movie it would have been better if, you know, the writers weren't as stupid as the writers of Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. But, you know, it's just the way that the world works. And, just one last thing to say. First of all, hi. I now know, I've finally decided who my favorite kaiju is. I think Baggin is pretty high up there. I do really think Baggin's a cool kaiju. Destroyer used to be pretty high up there, but I've moved. I think my favorite kaiju is probably Gigan Rex right now, bro. Gigan Rex is such a cool and interesting kaiju. Just gotta love him, man. You just have to love Gigan Rex. It's a legal motto. Yeah. And for one last thing to just wrap up this video, who's stronger, Burning or Thermo Godzilla? I think if you guys do half a second of research, you'll realize the answer to this, because it's been repeated a billion times over. Burning one-shots with, like, no difficulty ever in a million years, ever in a billion years. He just says hi, No, all he has to do is use his breath, and his breath is the strongest in the franchise, kind of, I think, maybe. Yeah, I've said that a lot. I do think maybe Kyrie's Absolute Zero Cannon can match up to it, even though it's more of a, temporary blast. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So, moral of the story is, don't bully people for if you think that the information that they have is incorrect. If the information they have is correct, then you're just an idiot. And also, the Burning Godzilla is better than Thermo Godzilla. Okay, all I wanted to say. Remember, Burning only refer to 2019 dude as Thermo Godzilla. If we call both of them Burning Godzilla, then we get them mixed up. And you also sound like an idiot in front of Heisei fans. Which, Alright, well, that's all I gotta say. Like, subscribe. Okay, bye-bye.